coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Hey! Shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. Bam. Yeah, I can hook you from the side too. Appreciate the support. We out here, man. 33 years of prison stories, man. We rolling. We out here spreading that positive energy. Man, I've been telling y'all for, man, well over a year and something now that I was going to bring y'all this story that I wanted to bring y'all, but I said I wanted to get my homeboy in here to tell the story with me because he was actually a part of the story. So this story right here, man, this is a real serious joint, and you know, this is just another testament to what happens when you're in prison. But this was a beef between DC and Richmond, and the beef literally got deadly. You know, somebody lost their life in this beef. Somebody lost their life in this altercation. So, you know, I want to talk about that, and I want to, you know, enlighten y'all to what's going on in these penitentiaries, try to keep these young dudes from putting themselves in these situations, because I'm trying to tell you, and I done told you, this ain't the type of life you want to live.
Exactly.
You understand me? But before we get to that, man, I want to let y'all know what's going on, talk a little bit about, you know, my youngin' right here. He ain't young, but he younger than me. You understand? But, yeah, this is my dude, man, my brother, man. This is Mo, DC Mo, man, and, you know, this is my brother, man. You know, big love here, man. I'm up in the city, man. He out here hanging out with me, man. So we taking the time to sit in and bring y'all this good positive energy, man, and let y'all know what was going on, man. But yeah, Mo, man. Me and Mo was in reentry together too. We did them 5 months before we come home together. And man, we went through it, man. We was up in that joint watching dudes leave and leave. And Mo, how much time you did?
27. Well, pretty much it was like I'm gonna say 26 in like 10 months. Yeah. But I just say 27.
27 years, 33 years, and we setting up in this 5-month class of reentry, man, waiting to get out, man, and freedom, man. It's just like crazy, man. What was going through your mind, man?
I mean, every day we was in there, man. It was just an experiment because I just knew at that point we was that close.
Yeah.
We was that close. Yeah. And I'm like, man, and then like you say, why us being in there, because we never, even through our whole bit, we never seen dudes going home at the rate we was seeing. Right. And you know, while we was in reentry. And
for
to
sure.
see it every day, I'm talking about literally every week. We was seeing dudes go home every week.
It was surreal, dude, and because too, it was dudes that we done been bitten with, we done been around. Yeah. So it was like, for me, it was like, when I saw him actually leave, I'm like, man, this joint for real. You know what I'm saying? Dude's going home. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then it was like, we had our own little clique in there, the little dudes that we was around, and then when we were seeing other dudes go home, and then dudes from our little clique was starting to go home. You know what I'm saying? Then freaking Luke went home. You know what I'm saying? That joint was crazy.
That's set up like that was. I think that was the reality of it, because it just so happened when I get there, I land in the cell with Freaky Luke. Yeah. You know, and I've been knowing Freaky Luke over 30 years now. He one of the first people I met when I first get in the system.
Yeah.
When I first get in the system, me and him became friends, and we've been friends ever since.
And that's crazy. Then when you go to reentry, you going home, they put y'all right in the cell together.
But we was in the cell together before that.
Right.
But just the irony of that going from where we started to you know to the tail end of it. And man, it was just one of them Jones, like, man, I couldn't believe it, man. And then when he went home, so it's like my heart kind of dropped when he went home. I ain't never tell him that. Right. But I'm like, damn, my nigga gone. But I knew it was a good thing he was gone. Right. I'm like, okay. He out there.
And then I remember we called him on the phone, talking to him, and he's all excited, man, and talking about what he was doing, man. I was like, man, this is on real, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then the months started to whittle off. And man, me and him used to work out, you know, together every day. Yeah. We used to go out to breakfast every morning. Hey, look, we over there stealing peanut butter.
Scunions.
We call it onions. The scunions.
That's the only reason we was going to the kitchen anyway.
We go to the kitchen. We won't eat in that foolishness. Don't get it twisted now. We going over there Cause we got dudes in the kitchen that's stealing, but we gotta come get it.
Yeah.
It ain't that crazy. We gotta pay for it, but you also gotta come get it. You know what I'm saying? So we going over there getting the peanut butter. I ain't like the peanut. He love the peanut butter.
Yeah.
We getting the peanut butter. We getting the eggs, raw eggs. You know what I'm saying, man? That joint was crazy. Sandwiches. You know, if they made the cheese and egg sandwiches.
Yeah. Cheese too, even though big the Gouda cheese. Yeah.
Man.
Whatever they have for sale, we just want to make sure that we ate good.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? When we come back and doctor our own food up, we made sure we had the ingredients to go in the food. Man, it was just crazy times, man. And then it's crazy because they gonna pat you down when you coming out the kitchen. Mm-hmm. Now we in reentry, we going home. Now if you really get caught and they really get petted, they can give you a charge which can mess you up from going home. Mm-hmm. But that just let you know the extremes the dudes will go through not to eat that garbage. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because won't nobody trying to eat that. And you remember we used to be laughing at the dudes. It was Trey Monsters.
I'm talking about the ones double back in the line.
They double back in the line eating 2 portions of that garbage because they spending all their money getting high. They ain't got nothing, so they starving. Trading their food off to get something, and then when it come time to go to chow, they picking up extra trays off the table and
it could be a tray just sitting on the table. They'll pick it up. If it's just sitting there and just, nobody attending to it, some dudes just come and scoop the whole tray up.
Scoop it all up.
I'm like, dang, are you really that much of a savage? That you eating?
Man, dudes used to walk around. You see dudes walk around, man, you gonna eat them potatoes, you gonna eat them, man, let me get and scoop them all on their tray and be eating that, man. I used to be like, man, these youngins is out of control. But I remember too, if somebody ain't eat eggs, man, I used to get their eggs all the time. They ain't like eggs. I'm like, how you don't like eggs? Eggs. It was somebody in that joint that ain't eat eggs. That was in our part. And that's the only thing I really ate out that kitchen was them eggs. I like the eggs, especially if I could get them raw. Yeah. But man, look, we used to be walking to breakfast early in the morning. It's dark. It's still dark out there. And because both of us, you was on Confed. Both of us was on a special diet, which ain't give us no better food, but we was just on it. Yeah. Just to get
on GP.
Yeah, just to get the vegetables and to get the vegetables. You know what I'm saying? Might get a green pepper in there at the end or something like that. But we used to be walking over there early in the morning, man. We see rats running across the yard, man. Big old rats running across the yard, man. It was just
the thing we did most though, especially when we stepped out that building, man. I used to and I remember like it was yesterday.
Look up at the sky,
and I used to always take a deep breath.
Yep. That fresh morning air.
That fresh morning air, and man. Look up at the sky, see that moon, like we ain't gonna be looking at this too much longer. We ain't gonna be looking at this too much longer.
Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. But we out here now, man, and like I said, we was just talking a little while ago, man. Like. Out here you got problems too because it's real life, man. But man, it's so much easier to really process because we done already went through so much real life and death and crazy situations that even out here, man, the regular things, this everyday problem with other people, they get overwhelmed, man. It's like it may seem like we handle it better only because we done went through a little bit worse, you know what I'm saying, without your freedom. Yeah. So I try to tell myself that all the time, man, when I'm out here and I'm going through something or this, that, and the third, and I be like, man, come on, man, look what you've already been through. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing but a minor setback for a major comeback. That's right. You know what I'm saying? So
not just that, man, and I know, man, because, early on my bit, you know what I'm saying, you already know what happened. Yeah. Early on my bit, so I mean, I'm just blessed to even be here. So.
Ain't no question.
I'm blessed to even be where I'm at right now.
Right, and I say the same thing, just to be out here because, you got time like I had too, like since you ain't got to make it. No. You know what I'm saying?
You don't know what's gonna happen throughout the day. You don't know anything.
I tell them that all the time.
You can't predict what's gonna happen an hour from now. People might can say they can, or be like, they can plan as if they gonna make it for that hour, but you really can't.
And listen, and that's what I be telling them all the time on the channel, man. I said, man, I know people that came in with 5 years and got killed within them 5 years. I know people that came in with 6.
Got sick, and they end up down. Next thing you know, we seeing them. Man, with such and such at, and he's gone.
And I know people that got six life sentences. and did the bit and they home.
Yeah.
So I told him, when you go in prison, man, there's no guarantee you coming out regardless of your sentence.
Exactly.
It's no guarantee that you're coming out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because some stuff jump off every day in there, something transpire every day in there. And I tell them, every situation in there is potentially deadly.
Yeah.
So you
dangerous.
All of it dangerous.
All of it dangerous.
But yeah. I tell you, a fist fight, you get out on the dude, and then you turn around.
You got to expect. You got to expect the comeback.
And he might walk you. He might rock you sleep.
And to be honest with you, we've been in situations like that. Anytime that does happen, we even more alert.
Ain't no question.
Because I don't mind. I got to go ahead and finish this. Finish
my motto is,
I got to finish them all.
When I get physical with you can't be around me no more. You can't be around me no more, because I ain't gonna never trust you, man.
It's only I can probably count on my hand how many incidences like that where dudes got to fighting and the entirety got squashed because dudes stepped in.
Right.
But just that, like I said, I probably count on one hand that happened. Every time, any other time that happened, it always went further. It always went further.
Because it's the ego involved, and dude can't accept a loss, because if he accept the loss, he looking at long term of how much more time he got to do and what more drama that's gonna bring him. Because everybody gonna be like, oh, first thing you got a disagreement with somebody. It's like, man, Mo just got out on you, ain't do that to Mo. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like if you don't handle it from its inception, then it ain't gonna get handled. It's gonna get worse.
It's gonna get worse.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, man, we done transitioned though, man. We out here. We living life, man, you know, after life.
After life.
You know, shout out to the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Oops, but
salute, yeah, Troy Catch, Mo.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's just crazy, man. It's a blessing, man. It really is a blessing, man, for us to be out here, man. Just be able to go to a restaurant and get something to eat, be able to ride around in a car, just enjoy ourselves, man, laugh, talk, chop it up, man. It's a blessing, man.
It is.
And you know, we all still cool. Even all the dudes that was with us in reentry. We just got off the phone with freaking Luke. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing, man. But you know, but we gonna bag it up a little bit, man. I just wanted to give y'all a little history, you know what I'm saying, of our friendship, man, our brotherhood or whatnot. But but the incident that we talking about, man, is just another, you know, testimony to, like I say, how deadly prison can really get. And with the incident that I'm talking about it was a beef between Richmond and DC, right? You know, we from DC. Our clique is always small, right? So I'm going to tell you from my perspective of what I know about the situation, whatever he know more of, he going to fill it in. And we're going to try to give y'all an example of, you know, what happens in prison, man, when something small, something minor, which I done told y'all a lot of times, there's nothing small in prison.
Yeah,
you know, everything is major. Somebody the other day in the comments was saying, over that. Everything in prison is magnified.
That's it.
It's intensified. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't got nothing. So everything means everything. You understand? So from my understanding, man, this beef started out with a homeboy of ours named Quest. Yeah. And Quest is from DC and another dude from Richmond named Ron. Yeah. And what happened was, to my understanding, that Quest actually had acquired a $20 bill. I told y'all that, you know, money in prison is like, you know, 2-3 times its value if you got actual cash money. You know what I'm saying? The physical money. So it's worth more. So he might got a $20 bill, but to him it may be worth $60 worth of, you know, commissary. So he had the money, man, and somehow, some way, when you get your clothes washed, you had to turn your clothes in to the laundromat. The laundromat wash your clothes or whatever. He bring your clothes back. You got your name, your tag, your cell number on it. To my understanding, he left the $20 bill in his pocket. Run is the laundromat. Run was supposed to have found the money, and he ended up telling somebody that he found the money. Quest realized the money gone. He looking for the money, can't find the money, thinking he misplaced the money. Get in his ear that Run found $20 bill in the laundry. He pull up on Run about the $20 bill. Run denied. Quest said, man, you got the joint. You got to come up off the joint, Joe. He like, nah, I ain't got nothing. Boom, boom, boom. Quest get out on him. He ain't really got no fight in him. Quest tell him, I'm going to whoop you every day till I get that $20 bill. Yeah. So he goes and pull up on his homeboys. the Richmond mob. Told y'all, the Richmond mob, man, you can say what you want about them. I keep it 100. Hey, them jokers was deep. You know what I'm saying?
Big time.
Yeah, them jokers was deep, and they coming deep.
A few of them thorough.
Yeah,
I mean, you got thorough cats everywhere.
Everywhere.
A few of them was thorough, and you know exactly who they were. Though.
Yeah, and you know who you dealing with.
Yeah, you know who you dealing with.
So, did he go tell them, and then they push up on Quest like, woo, nah, you ain't gonna be doing this and whatever. Quest is a little dude, but he solid, you know what I'm saying? And Quest
actually, all right, so from what I understood of the whole situation, see, all I remember of the whole situation was I knew I had to do something with some money.
Right.
Now, from what I remember, at that time Quest was in the hole. Remember, he was in lower. He was in the
joint that was right behind our building.
Yeah.
But no, he won't in there at first. See,
no, not at first. But when the whole incident kicked off, he was.
But that's what I'm saying. When the incident kicked off, he was in the hole. But before the incident kicked off, this is what's supposed to happen. Then they pushed up on him and told him that. Mm-hmm. He said something to Marvin. Mm-hmm. Now Marvin, if y'all don't know, Marvin DC to the heart. That's all he about. DC. He
Lord Brown.
Yeah, he went in Lorden. I think at 16.
Yeah.
Then he got hit when he was in Lorden. You got a different. You got a different perspective now. So Marvin really ain't even trying to kick it with you. I'm talking like socially. If you ain't from DC,
exactly.
Straight like that. And any dude from DC got a problem. He with that.
Yeah, he pro
DC
he
with that. And he ain't playing. He coming with the Bethlehem off the rip.
If you go to Marvin about anything, he coming with you is serious because you already know what type of time he on.
To give cats an example of how Marvin was, I can remember. Cause at the time now, mind you, we in the block, all us in the block together. Mm-hmm. Me, Mo, Marvin, all us in the block together. Yeah. So actually, you slept right beside me. Yeah. Mo and Scott slept right beside me.
Yep.
But this will give them an example of how Marvin carried it. I can remember Marvin walking down the Teal one day. Yeah, I done had conversations with him. Cause I came there from the other side. Yeah. So I done had conversations with dudes that push up on me, man, I'll let you know.
I'll let you know. Everybody always used to say that.
They was leery at Marvin, man. Yeah, so then they knew I was like the oldest dude who been locked up the longest out of the dudes from the city on that side. So they telling me to holler because a lot of dudes know me. And they like, man, your homeboy, man, he be tripping. But they was scared of him, you know what I'm saying? Because he just be going hard. I'm talking about, like, you couldn't even walk up to Mom be like, man, what's up, man? Mom be looking, what you talking to me for? Yeah. Man? You know, he was that type of dude. Yeah. And he's serious about it. Man, I seen Marvin walk there in the Teal one day. And the jokers, like, you slept on this side. You got your cell before you got the mine. Mm-hmm. Then it was another. But it's like 2 or 3 cells before you. And Marvin would stand out in front of his cell. It was a couple of them dudes standing out there kicking. It's like 3 or 4, and they just talking and laughing and joking and stuff. Man, Mama just came around the corner, came and walked straight up to them jokers, man. I'll tell you this why I seen myself. He walked right up to him, man. And he just stood there, and they was like uncomfortable. They talking with him, they looking there like, "What's up, Mom?" He was like, "What's up?" He said, "Man, I'm trying to get some wreck, man. Which one of you Bama's trying to get some wreck?" Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they ain't know. They was stunned. They were like, "Man, go." He said, "No, I'm dead serious." Yeah. He said, "Yeah, we can go in the cell. I'm just feel like I want some wreck today. One of y'all Bama's." Yeah. He said, and we can use the Bethlehem. We can use that. Yeah, we can go in and push that jump. Yeah. And they were like, "Man, go ahead." He's like, "I'm serious." Yeah. Yeah. He said, "I don't even like y'all Bama niggas, man. Y'all want to do something? Let me know."
That's the type of time.
Yeah. And then turned around and walked away. Right. So I'm in earshot. I'm looking at him. I said, "This why they live."
Yes, sir.
This why they lyric this joke because Marvin.
He was serious. Yeah, man. At that time, Marvin did not smile a lot, man. Yeah, and I'm talking about every expression on his face. He was dead. He was dead. Yeah, when I tell you he was dead serious, he was dead. And he was a youngin'. Marvin was probably about 26, 25 at that time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And he was already locked up, about 10 years.
Yeah, hey,
you know what I'm saying?
They were terrified of this joker, man. And they thinking that I talked to him. But I was giving them real philosophy. Like, look, this joker mess around ain't gonna get you late, man. Cause these jokers, they scared of you, man.
Yeah.
I said one a couple of things gonna happen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You gonna mess around, you gonna catch a body, or they gonna mess around and set you up, try to get you killed. Mm-hmm. Cause they scared when people scared of people, something gonna happen. You understand? So
hey, look, I ain't gonna lie. The first time I when I met Marvin though, I was a little taken back.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
Yeah.
I was taken back. Cause I'm telling you, he just had, for real, Marvin had that kind of intimidating presence. Yeah. He had that intimidating presence, and you knew he was serious. Yeah, he was serious with it.
He had that. I'm telling you, what it's called, man. He had that Lord mentality.
And one of the first things he said to me, man, he said, man, once he found out I was from the city, he was like, man, look, when it come to the city, I'm with it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't with it, don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't be faking. Don't be around.
Yeah, because he'll turn on you. Yeah. If he think you ain't with it, he'll turn on you. That viciousness that he have for everybody else, he'll focus that junk straight on you because he gonna feel like you misrepresent.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So we chopped it up, man. We chopped it up real decent, you know what I'm saying? And I told him, because I had already been through everything he going through. Mm-hmm. So I'm telling him, I said, Mom, I'm gonna tell you, they gonna set you up, young. You just gotta chill, man. You ain't got that much time. He had like 5 years.
Man, he came in the system with like 5 years,
yeah.
And man, he just ended up.
And I was telling him, I said, man, you can get out the door, you can put all this junk behind you, man. Don't get caught up, man, in the food. I ran into, and he heard me out. Yeah. And at the end, I knew he heard me, but I know he ain't listen. Because at the end, he was like, man, I'm just saying, Joe, I don't like these jokers, man. I just don't like them. You know what I'm saying? He said, man, I'm serious. I just don't like them, Joe. Yeah. I said, man, you just gotta let that get by you. But he just had that mentality. So, man, this is who we talking about. So now Quest let him know. Now, to my understanding, one day when Quest let him know, he right on it. Yeah. The jokers was down in the gym. Yeah. And he go pull up on him, 8, 9 deep, pull straight up on him, and ask him like, "What's up?" Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Y'all trying to see my man or something. What's up? And they be like, man, what, and kind of like caught him off guard. Because, like I said, that's how his presence is. They ain't used to dudes being that direct and be serious and about it. Like right now, we can do this right now. Yeah. Dude, they not used to that. Exactly. So they was a little thrown back and John got pushed off, but he basically more or less let them know, if y'all want it, y'all can get it. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Then, by that happening, the Richmond dudes, they start congregating. That's when they say Run did some Bama stuff because he thought someone was gonna jump off and got Quest locked up.
What happened? The day you talking about, what happened was that when I remember, because Quest had hollered at Tay about getting that money when Quest was in the hole. Quest had hollered at Tay to get that money from Ron. We ended up going and we had the gym that day. Right. And like you say, Mom pulled up on all of them. But Tay is the one, you know what I'm saying, that really initiated stuff as far as going to get that money from Ron. And what happened was we got in the gym. When he went trying to come up off of that money, Tay ended up whooping him. I'm talking about whooped him. Straight one-on-one. Straight, and he told him, man, we gonna fight for this money. And that's what he meant. He meant that. Right. And I'm talking about he whooped him. Right. Straight whooped him. After he whooped him, the dude Ron go back and tell his homeboy that he got jumped.
Yeah, I remember something about being jumped. Yeah, I do remember that, but I didn't know it was that. Yeah. But I do remember something about that's how he motivated them dudes to get on the side, say he got jumped. He did. You know what I'm saying? And then I remember something to the fact of Marvin letting them dudes know that if they ain't get Quest out of jail, right, or sign some type of statement to get Quest out of jail, it was going down.
Actually, I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about that because he was trying to.
It's going to get up out the jump. If you don't get my man's out of jail, it's going down. And see, I think that motivated Ron because he got scared and he, more or less whatever lies he was telling the other Richmond dudes, they started plotting. Right now, this is when I ain't even know the Joker West at the time. I ain't even know him. But then they say, but Psycho was over there, right? So then they saying the Psycho and West was brothers, right? Yeah. Okay,
I didn't know that at the time.
Right. So all the time they plotting. Yeah. They gonna make a move on Mop, but don't nobody know.
Nobody know. Yeah, exactly. I heard the same thing.
Right, and then the Joker Shandu get out of jail. Yeah. Right, and the little young he had like a couple of days before he go home. Yeah. And then they decided that they gonna make the move when they go out the wreck. Right. Yeah. Right. Now at this time, I'm in the cell. Yeah. I don't know none of this going on.
Yeah.
I'm in the cell playing.
No, but look, check this out. Check this out. Now, why you sitting up here telling that portion of it?
Right.
When I think back on it, I remember a good portion of it because you know how you feel it and you see it coming.
Right.
But you kind of like you kind of like push
yeah.
because I knew after all that transpired, you know, Tay whooping them in the gym and all that. Me and Scotty, because I came back to the building and I told Scotty what happened. Because Scotty didn't go to the gym with me that morning. I went to the gym that morning.
Right.
See what I'm saying? That's how I was able to see what happened, see the whole thing, right? So when I come back, I tell Scotty about the jump. So pretty much like later on that day, we had got together, me, Marvin, Scotty, a few I can't think of everybody, but we got together and said, and Marvin just pretty much put his own point. Look, this is, you know, yada yada yada, man, y'all just be on point with this and that. So after that, after I tell start all that happened, what happened after that? Oh, so after the gym, after he whooping, we come back, we get back to the gym and I let Scotty know what was going on. So I felt it when I was in the Solidport with a couple of Richmond dudes. When I came back that morning from that gym, before I even got in there to tell Scotty, I felt it. I felt it in the Solidport.
Yeah.
I said, man, something. Yeah, I felt that tension.
Yeah.
I felt it. Yeah. Because I was in the Solidport with like three Richmond dudes.
Right.
And I'm like, okay. So now I kind of, when I think back on, I'm like, oh yeah, I knew something was great happening. So I get in there and I tell Scotty, and like I say, after all of us had that talk, but you know, because I'm young, you know what I'm saying? I don't take, you know, when you young, that young, man, you really don't take things that serious.
It could cost you.
Exactly. And it did cause me, you know. It did cause me at the time, but long story short, I didn't take it serious. And that evening, when I'm gonna say maybe at that time when the incident happened, man, me and Scotty, you know, we was known for putting wine down.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So Scotty got the wine. This is wine coming up now.
Right.
You know, this the day the incident about to happen. Now we getting lit.
Yeah.
We in the cell getting lit.
Yeah.
Man, next thing you know, it's a wrap. We got eating a wreck this night, right? Man, so we go outside. So before we go outside, Marvin did come and tell us, man, just be on point, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be on point. So boom, we go outside. We see everybody congregating in the you know, right in that corner. So it was agreed upon that Ron and Tate was gonna fight 101 right there on the yard. While the Richmond dudes right there, while DC dudes right there. So I'm right there, you know, in the midst of it right at that time. But man, you know what? Let me go get on his phone because I thought it was just gonna be one of them things. It was gonna be a one-on-one thing. Right. And then they was gonna wreck and it's over with. So boom, me and Scotty go get on the phone because we trying to go set up some visits. Right. You know what I'm saying, for the weekend. Right. You know what I'm saying? Trying to go set that visit up, right? Yeah. So next thing you know, I'm looking in the corner, I'm looking at the whole thing from the phone booth. Right. Next thing you know, I mean, Tay whooping them again. This is the second time he whooping them now, and this time is in the presence of all the Richmond dudes and DC dudes.
And to my understanding, it was right outside the window where Quest was.
Right outside the window, right in the, you know, right behind the building in that cut. Right. Whoop them, get out on them. Next thing you know, I'm with me and Scotty by the phone booth. Next thing you know, we just started seeing dudes whip out knives. Next thing you know, big old commotion go off out there. Nigga, dudes, the guys just start scattering everywhere. Next thing you know, I'm looking, I see Scotty. I'm on the phone and Scotty was standing right there. But when it broke out, Scotty jetted off, jetted straight over there. Boom, I banged the phone, and I'm like I say, this is the first time I've ever in my life experienced something
in that type of situation.
Been in that kind of situation.
Right.
I'm young, and mind you, I only been locked up at that time. I got locked up in '93, but I just got in the system like the end of '94, early part of '95. Right. So when I get in the system, old heads tell me off the jump, look, young, if anything ever transpire, make sure you keep your eyes on that knife. Yeah. If you ever get into anything with a guy, make sure you keep your eyes on that knife. So of course, me being young, they told me, but I didn't take heed to it. Right. I really did. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm young. It's like at that time when I came in the system, I was so young, and at that time the penitentiary still seemed like the streets. Right. And all I was doing was just running around.
Yeah.
I wanted to get high, smoke my little weed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wanted to, talk to the CO females and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I did what I typically do if I was on the street. The only thing I had access to was, but still, I wanted to, play like I'm, on the street. So, man, like I say, when all that junk transpired, the whole beef kick off, the commotion going on, dudes running this way. Next thing you know, I see Marvin and Shandu one-on-one. Next thing you know, when I look back in that direction, I just seen Slim. I just seen Shandu getting on the ground, laying on the ground, right in the puddle. Man. I don't know if everybody ever seen. Like you got a puddle that stays right there, whether the weather is nice or whether the weather is bad. It's a puddle that never goes nowhere.
Yeah. And
I seen him, man, great late in that puddle, and man, so I darted over there to Scotty. Scotty was over there fighting Psycho. I darted over there. So by the time I get over there, Psycho started chasing somebody or something around the yard. Him and Scotty's finished. So now the police coming to the gate to open up the gate. So now the commotion is not slowing down, but it's still chaotic out there.
This Bethlehem's flying everywhere.
Bethlehem's flying everywhere. So now they huddled. What happened was once they realized that Shandu was laying on that ground and he was on his way out in a puddle of blood. He was on his way out.
In a puddle of blood, y'all stay tuned.
The banking special. Yeah. Pure deliciousness. Pure deliciousness, man.
My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.